Hello, everyone, and welcome to Amara's Voice. I'm a teacher and an uplifter, which means I see people as already whole. I see them as vibrant, joyful, magnificent, and powerful. I see the source within them, which leads them to a powerful truth from within. I see them living in alignment with self, having such wonderful beliefs that make them stay in their joyful, natural element. Today I'm pondering the now moment. Now, in this moment, everything you're looking for is already here. There is only one place where your life is happening, and that is right here, right now. Not in your past or your future, but right here. Your point of power is where all your senses are focused. It's where your energy is, and it's where all of you is. Yes, the higher self within doesn't operate in the past or in the future. Your source is here in the now. Now, many things have been said about time, and today I hope my pondering will simplify time and your knowledge of the present moment. I mostly want, by the end of this episode, for you to understand why it's so important to stay in this moment, the now. I always say, no wonder now is called the present, because it's a true gift to you. And mastering staying here is true mastery. And like many other topics I ponder, I want this to be simplified for you because it truly is simple. The now moment is not just a moment in time, it's the point of creation. Everything you feel, think, perceive happens now. Even when you think about the past or future, you're doing it right now. Your past only exists as a thought you're thinking now, and your future is just an idea you're imagining now. So where is your power really? Most people avoid the now because living in the future makes them escape discomfort, or in the past to hold identity or on pain or past joys. But both disconnect you from your power, which is in your inner being, who is always here now. When you are not here, you're not in your power. You are in memory or in imagination without awareness. I'd like to state here, for those seeking more and desiring to understand these things better, that time and space are root assumptions, illusions, ideas. We have a human understanding of what they are. However, I believe consciousness exists beyond both. And what we experience physically is simply our interpretation of these concepts. Our perception of them may be far smaller than what truly exists beyond physical reality. I'll not go deeper into this. It's for you to go and ponder. Now, I have not spoken much about the physical senses and why they're so important in helping us return to the now moment. But your senses anchor you here. In many ways, they pull you out of the noise of the mind and place you directly into the experience of life itself. In any given moment, wherever you are, begin to bring awareness to your senses. Notice what you're hearing, what your eyes are seeing, the feeling against your skin, the scents around you. And if you're eating, truly taste your food. You start to operate more from the moment itself rather than from thought, memory, or projection. And strangely enough, this is also where you begin to open yourself to what I would call your inner being. Because when you become fully present, you quiet the constant noise of the conscious mind, and something begins to flow through you. If you're seeking clarity on a topic, thoughts may begin to come to you effortlessly. If you're creating music, you may suddenly begin to feel the tune rather than simply play it. I say this because whenever I sit down to ponder, I often ask my inner being to speak through me. And then, rather than focusing on what I already know, I bring my awareness to my senses. Usually I keep a pen and a notebook close by. And then, almost like magic, thoughts, words, and ideas begin flowing into my awareness, and I simply let the pen move. Now, when you begin to do this, you may notice that you open yourself to what many would call infinite intelligence. Ideas begin flowing more freely, insights arrive effortlessly, certain things become clear without force. And again, like I mentioned in the previous episode, there are moments where it is better not to spend too much time trying to intellectually dissect why something works. Sometimes understanding comes through experience itself. You do the practice, become aware, and then observe what happens when you do it. Because there are things the mind may struggle to explain, yet your being fully understands through direct experience. Some of the reasons why remaining present is so important. One, creation. The practice of staying present allows you to enter what many call the flow state. I have spoken about this state before. It is a state where you become so immersed in what you are doing that the sense of separation begins to dissolve. Here you are no longer overthinking, forcing, or trying to control the process. Your attention becomes undivided. All of you is here in the moment, and because of this, your inner being is here as well. Then ideas flow more easily. Insight arrives effortlessly. Inspiration begins moving through you naturally. And if you are creating something, you may be surprised by how much you can get through this state. Because you're forcing yourself to create, but because you have become open, present, and receptive. This does not necessarily mean you will create something every single time you become aligned in this way, but it is a powerful state for receiving clarity, inspiration, and deep connection to the moment itself. The other reason is clarity, obviously. Being present naturally brings with it clarity. This happens because most of your thoughts about the past and the future are usually filled with noise, fear, or projection. But when you become present, your perception becomes clearer. You begin to see what you truly want and prefer without so much confusion around it. And more than that, your inner being begins to speak when the noise quiets down. Suddenly, ideas begin flowing into your awareness effortlessly. Like I mentioned earlier, whenever I do this, it almost feels like an open portal where I begin receiving from my inner being clearly. And from this place, you start to see things as they are rather than through fear, assumption, or projection. The other is emotional stability. As we know, emotions are responses within the body and nervous system. They arise automatically based on the thoughts, perceptions, and meanings we are constantly giving to our experiences. And so being present naturally brings a kind of emotional stability because you are no longer constantly projecting yourself into the past or future. You are not mentally living inside imagined scenarios, fears, memories, or expectations. When the mind becomes quieter, the body also begins to settle. Your nervous system relaxes because it's no longer reacting to thoughts that are not happening now. And from this place, you become more emotionally balanced, clear, and aware of what is actually in front of you. The fourth is alignment. This is perhaps the most beautiful part for me. When you become truly present, you naturally begin to align with your inner being. As your awareness moves into the moment through your senses, through sound, taste, scent, and sight, your whole self begins to come alive. Thoughts begin to slow down, the noise of the mind softens, and suddenly you become more aware not only of what is happening around you, but also of what is happening within you. There's a greater sensitivity to life itself. You begin to notice impulses, feelings, ideas, and subtle inner nudges that you may have missed otherwise or ignored. And in this state, you are no longer operating purely from memory, conditioning, or fear. You become more connected to your natural state of being. It becomes easier to feel guidance, clarity, peace, and even appreciation for simple things. I also believe this is why many people feel most alive while creating, dancing, singing, listening to music, being in nature, or deeply immersed in something they love. In those moments, they are fully here. Their attention is no longer scattered, and because of this, they become more open to themselves, to life, and to what is trying to move through them. Presence is not emptiness. Presence is connection. The other point is you make better decisions. With clarity, emotional stability, and alignment in your corner, you naturally begin making better decisions. In this state, you are more intuitive, more aware, and less reactive. You are no longer choosing purely from fear, confusion, or emotional overwhelm, but from a clearer connection to yourself and the present moment. And lastly, you get peace. This also naturally leads to peace, not the kind of peace that depends on conditions outside of you, but the kind that arises from within. Because when you are fully present, the mind quiets down, and for a moment, you are no longer fighting life, fearing the future, or replaying the past. You are simply here, and in that presence, there is peace. I would also love to say that this practice of being present truly helps with quieting the mind. Now, thoughts are not bad. Imagination, pondering, and reflection are all beautiful practices that I myself engage in often. However, there is something incredibly powerful about being able to slow the mind down and become still within yourself. Because constantly living in the past or future takes you away from the now moment and in many ways disconnects you from the fullness of your own presence. You are here physically, but not fully here in awareness. And when this happens, you limit your ability to truly experience life, clarity, connection, and even yourself. I believe many of our limitations come from this disconnection from the present moment. Our understanding of reality is still really very limited, and so many things beyond our normal perception may appear strange or even frighten us. And because of this, many people stop exploring deeper aspects of themselves and consciousness altogether. But awareness changes things. Presence changes things. Your senses not only help anchor you in the now, they also deepen your awareness of energy, intuition, feeling, and perception itself. The more present you become, the more positive and sensitive you become to life, to yourself, and to what is constantly moving through and around you. Breathing is also one of the most powerful tools we have for returning ourselves to the now moment. Your breath is always here, always present, and always happening now. And because of this, simply bringing awareness to your breathing naturally begins pulling your attention away from the noise of the mind and back into the moment. Notice how whenever you become overwhelmed, anxious, or fearful, your breathing often changes. It becomes shallow, rushed, or tense. But when you slow down and consciously breathe, the body begins to settle. the nervous system relaxes, and the mind gradually quiets down as well. And the beautiful thing is that breathing requires no effort to understand. It is something you can practice anywhere at any moment. Even now, simply pausing and taking a slow conscious breath can immediately bring more of you back here. I sometimes think breathing is one of the ways the body gently reminds us to return to ourselves again and again throughout the day. Love yourself into the feeling of the perfection of now. Understand that you're perfectly where you need to be in this moment, and from this place, you become more open to receiving all that you desire. Accept yourself where you are now, because when you are truly present and in sync with your inner being, you come alive in a different way. Ask yourself, am I truly here with myself right now? Because when all of you is here, life feels different. Food tastes better, music feels deeper, relationships feel warmer, you feel more worthy, more connected, more alive. In simple terms, it's almost like your inner being is walking this life with you consciously. And from this place, even your thoughts begin to feel different. Your imagination feels lighter, clearer, and more expansive. There is less force and more flow. Sometimes I think of it this way. When you allow yourself to be fully in the moment, there is not just you here. There is the greater part of you too. Have you ever fully, truly lived with the greater part of you here as well? And strangely enough, presence even changes your perception of time. When you're deeply immersed in the now moment, time seems to slow down. Hours can feel like minutes because you're finally living rather than mentally rushing through life. The more you live in the now, the more you don't create the experience of as much time. One of my teachers told me that. Enjoy where you are now, because this moment is where life is. Everything you want, everything you're creating, and everything you're becoming begins here. What you activate in the now moment is what expands in your reality. So choose now, choose presence. What are you feeling right now? Because how you feel now is often a direct indication of the direction you are moving toward. It also reflects what you are choosing to focus on, both from your past and your imagined future. And whether those thoughts build you or drain you is something you begin deciding now. In many ways, our idea of time can actually serve us beautifully, because it gives us the ability to focus consciously in the present moment. Even though many of us have learned to live outside of it, we did not always have the ability to mentally project ourselves into the future or revisit the past in the way we do now. But once we developed this ability, we also began scattering our energy across imagined versions of ourselves, future versions, past versions, fearful versions, wounded versions, etc. And in doing so, we often disconnect ourselves from the fullness of the now moment. It is almost as though parts of our energy are constantly being sent outward rather than fully gathered here where life is actually happening. Presence is a practice. The more you return yourself to the now moment, the easier it becomes. Your inner being is always present, and so the more present you become, the more connected you become to yourself, to life, and to your own energy. Where you place your attention is where you place your energy. So gently bring your energy back to the present moment, because all possibilities exist here. Practice quieting your mind, especially in the mornings. Try not to immediately search the past for problems from yesterday or recreate your life through old patterns and predictable thoughts. breathe. Become aware of the sense signals. Return yourself to the now moment. Remember, you are constantly creating through your attention, imagination, thoughts, and beliefs. So practice. Be patient with yourself. Pay attention to your senses. When you wake up, allow yourself a few moments of silence before rushing into the noise, fear, or distraction. Appreciate something simple in the now moment, the softness of your blanket, the quietness of the morning, the feeling of the air against your skin. Whatever you choose to notice, let it be something that brings you back to yourself. And slowly you may begin to notice something beautiful happening. You start to feel lighter, more alive, more joyful, because now all of you is finally here. And if you would like to deepen this practice, I invite you to listen to the short meditation prompt in the mini episode I'm creating, The Senses Remember. It is a simple guided experience created to help you return to the now moment through awareness, breath, and the senses. You are welcome to simply listen or follow along in your own quiet time. I'm Amara, and I'm pondering now for the love of pondering. I love you all. Focus on feeling good,